The enormous sea menace, the Megalodon, thought to have died out around 2.6 million years ago, would even dwarf a great white shark. Despite being extinct, several unexplained videos posted online have fueled suspicions that the beast still lurks in the deep ocean. Today, we are looking at 10 actual sightings of Megalodon that may prove it still exists. Number 1 is terrifyingly real, so stay tuned for that. Number 10. The Beast of Brazil. On November 20th, 2012, a video was uploaded by a Brazilian swimmer that shows a shark lurking in the water. The guy recording the video is in a helicopter trying to save the guy, but the guy in the water isn't alone. If you look closely in the upper right corner, a very huge shark-like creature swims by the swimmer. The guy must have been too scared to even notice the shark there, but the sheer size of the shark tells us a lot about it. It is easily 60 feet long, and it quickly swings by. No one noticed the shark there until technicians were reviewing the footage. A person uploaded it on the internet, and as expected, it went viral overnight. Some shark experts said that that was not a normal shark, and hinted at the fact that it could actually be a megalodon. Number 9. Monster Shark of Australia. In 1960, sailors in Australia's famous Barrier Reef witnessed something that could show that the megalodon is alive and well. The sailors saw a massive shark swim by their boats as they were trying to catch fish. The size of the shark was around 75 feet, which almost sounds surreal. That is the reason they did not tell anyone about it at first, because they thought no one would believe them. But something like this cannot be hidden from the general public. One of them told the story to a writer, B.C. Cartmel, who wrote about the shark in his book, Let's Go Fossil Shark Tooth Hunting. This is what made the story so famous that parents still tell their kids about it as one of the bedtime stories. People have assumed that the shark of the Great Barrier Reef is proof that the Megalodon still exists. Number 8. The HMS Challenger teeth. The scientific name of the Megalodon is Carcharicles megalodon, which means big tooth. The shark is known for its massive, killer teeth. A British ship, the HMS Challenger, found a pair of megalodon teeth in 1865. They were sent to research centers to be studied by experts. The pair of teeth were well preserved and were confirmed to be those of a megalodon because of the size and shape. But in 1950, when the megalodon teeth were studied again, doctors were confused to find out that the teeth were just 12,000 to 20,000 years old. This is confusing because the megalodon went extinct almost 2 million years back. This shows that the megalodon may have somehow survived and existed in the rarest parts of the ocean. Number 7. An unverified attack. Next up, what we have here is not an actual sighting, but with the possible outcome of a close encounter with a megalodon. A few years ago, a photo surfaced on the internet showing a beached whale. While seeing a beached whale is already strange in itself, there's something that sets this event apart from the rest. The whale's entire tail is missing, and it looks like it's been bitten off by something large. The most compelling thing about the photo is that you can clearly see bite marks around where the tail should have been. Now, this is a 70-foot humpback whale, one of the largest animals in the ocean. So what could have done such a thing? While it is true that orcas or killer whales have a habit of hunting and feeding on whales, it isn't known whether they can take on a whale of this size. Plus, experts believe that the tail was shorn off in one bite. The only animal with the size and strength to possibly do this, you guessed it, is the mighty Megalodon. Number 6. COELACANTH. The coelacanth is an enormous, bottom-dwelling fish that is unlike other living fishes in a number of ways. Some people believe that it could be proof that Megalodon still exists. Coelacanth belonged to an ancient lineage that has been around for more than 360 million years. Coelacanths can reach more than 6 feet long and weigh about 200 pounds, and they're covered in thick, scaly armor. It's estimated they can live up to 60 years or more. That is almost the same lifespan as the Megalodon. It was believed that coelacanth went extinct until it was found in 1938. Until then, They were presumed to have gone extinct in the late Cretaceous period, over 65 million years ago. The Megalodon is presumed to have been extinct 35 million years ago too. Many believe that the oceans are too big, and just like the coelacanth, they're roaming around in the waters too, waiting to be caught by the human eye. Number 5. The Google Earth Picture Proof. This picture may provide the whereabouts, or at least give some surety that the Megalodon shark still exists. This picture was taken in the month of November 2017 on Google Earth. The picture taken shows a shadow on what looks to be a shark. Explorers analyzed the picture very carefully and said that this creature could easily be bigger than 70 feet. We know that the Megalodon is believed to be around 60 feet, and this picture from Google Earth could actually be of a random Megalodon roaming in the ocean. Scientists have discovered just 3 to 5% of Earth's waters, so we don't really know what kind of creatures exist in the deepest parts of the oceans. This picture was taken from the Persian Gulf on the Indian Ocean, and it was later sent to experts at the University of Columbia. They couldn't believe what they had found. Due to the huge size of the creature, they strongly suggest that it was a sighting of the Megalodon shark. What do you guys think? Number 4. David George Stead. More than a century ago, the ichthyologist David Stead recorded a strange unease among the lobstermen of Port Stephens, Australia. Stead, in his book Sharks and Rays of Australian Seas, described a ghostly shark of such mind-boggling size that apparently no one could agree exactly how big the creature was. The shark was big enough to swallow lobster pot after lobster pot, at the least, but the size estimates Stead drew from the workers ranged from 115 feet to an absurd 300-foot minimum. According to him, there could only be one explanation for such an awful sighting. This shark, which Stead believed to be of the White Death type, was related to a very real species known as the Megalodon that roamed the seas for millions of years. This was the first ever encounter of mankind with the Megalodon. Number 3. Deep Blue. A group of divers near Oahu were monitoring tiger sharks feeding off a decomposed sperm whale when they encountered a giant shark. Ocean Ramsey, one of the divers who study sharks, told the Star Advertiser that, based on the shark's size and markings, the shark may be deep blue, one of the largest sharks on record. This shark was so big that experts first did not know what it really was. Many assumed that it was actually a megalodon because the size of the shark was more than 20 feet. Diver and photographer Kimberly Jeffries said she was one of 2 divers first in the water with the giant shark. According to Jeffries, marine experts familiar with the shark reviewed her photos and confirmed it was a great white shark. This was the biggest great white shark ever recorded, and people still think that this shark could somehow be related to the megalodon.
Before we move on, I've got a little challenge for you that'll take 5 seconds to complete. So here's the deal. You just leave a like on this video, smash that subscribe button, and hit the notification bell, and you'll get 25 years of amazing luck. Try it. It really works.
And with that, it's now time for today's subscriber pick. Today's photo was sent to us by one of our subscribers. If you come across a photo online and want to know more details about it, just send it on over to us. Who knows, we might even feature it on a future video. Number 2. Megalodon or Great White. As we know, the Megalodon is much bigger than even the biggest shark alive now that's known to man, and that's the Great White Shark. The Great White is around 6.4 meters in length, but there have been many instances where much bigger great whites have been reported. This has led many scientists to believe that those are not actually the great white, but sharks related to the Megalodon due to their huge size. While it hasn't been proven, the jury is still out there. Number 1. The baby Megalodon. A common fact about the Megalodon shark is that they had babies. Go figure. It didn't lay eggs, it gave birth to its young like it was a mammal. The Megalodon pup was 7 to 10 feet long and weighed up to 500 pounds, which is almost the size of the great white shark that is one of the biggest in the ocean. The pup was able to hunt after birth, so it can take care of itself after it's born. They grew very quickly, and at that time, the pup's favorite food was dugong, or in other words, sea cows. A familiar shark was found on the coast of Australia. This was near a beach, and actual people were there to see it. The shark was spotted by a helicopter, and the person inside it advised people not to go into the water. When the footage was sent to experts, they were quick to assume that this shark was about 22 feet long and could have been a baby megalodon. Megalodon thrived in hot waters, and if Megalodon ever existed, it would in the hot waters of Australia. If the baby is there, the parents must also be close by, because sharks don't let their children roam around alone in fear of them getting attacked. Who would in their right mind attack a shark? Do you believe the Megalodon is real? Let us know in the comment section below. And if you enjoy the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel.